All right, you guys, welcome back to the New Standard Podcast. Today I am just like jittery, some nerves, but mostly just like excitement and joy because I was able to get my brother Blaine Fuhs onto the show. So really excited to have you. Just putting it out there.
Let's
I've
go.
been like
Let's go.
buzzing for this for a minute. But we gotta introduce my guy.
Yep.
So Blaine. Blaine is a visionary entrepreneur, an author, director, speaker with a passion for inspiring individuals to step beyond their platforms and into their true purpose. His career spans multiple industries where he has collaborated with some of the world's most renowned brands. This includes Adidas, Google, Delta, and Land Rover. He has also had the pleasure of working with top talent in the entertainment industry. Some names to drop, chain smokers. Oh my goodness. I saw them at Izu. Crazy. All right. Chain smokers. Baby, hold me closer. Marshmello, Brandon Lake. All right. Christian country artist. And the one and only Justin Bieber. That's insane. With an extensive background in leadership and business, he has built a reputation for guiding people towards impactful decision making through a foundation of love. In his latest book, Your Platform is Not Your Purpose, encourages readers to embrace their unique journeys by focusing on what truly matters, making a positive difference in the world. Give it up for Blaine Fuhs.
Gee.
What is going on, my guy?
Thank you, bro. No, I'm excited, man. Just another day of conversations that hopefully impact someone is what I'm all about. So let's get
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah, and you are already doing that, man. That's how you ended up right here, to be honest. So Blaine, before we even really get into the nitty gritty, I always like to just start us off in a word of prayer.
Dope.
All right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you so much for this moment. Thank you for the gift of Blaine Fuhs. He is another expression of your creation. Father, I ask that you may be in this room. Let the Holy Spirit move amongst myself and Blaine. Allow us to exalt and honor you in every single way, shape, and form, and allow him to explain his version of genius and how ultimately it all ties back to you, Heavenly Father. We appreciate you. We love you. We know that without you, this moment would not be possible. So be with us, comfort us, guide us, and allow us to light up the dark places that need the light of the Holy Spirit. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. So
All
good.
right, brother.
Amen.
All right. So, Blaine, I just think it's so cool. Like, I've really been loving my time here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Coming up on 7 months, but God has truly been moving in the way that this moment right here has materialized.
Mhm.
When I tell you, I want to shout out 4 people for this moment right here. And it starts with Gracie Burnham. She was one of the first person I met moving here to Nashville. She worked at Carbon Performance, and she invited me to Zill Church and then Godspeed. Through that, I met Cam Payne. I'm sure you know him,
Yeah.
Cam. Cam and Nate Devers.
Big dog.
Exactly. And it's through those two guys. Nate, I was at Zill one day and he was like, dude, you should come to this. Like, we have this men's small group.
Yeah.
It's meeting Monday.
Anything but small.
I know, no, truly, like, I didn't know what I was getting into when I went to that.
Yeah.
But he's like, come to this small group. We're meeting on Monday at Centennial Park. I think you'd like really enjoy it. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm looking for community. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then following up after that, Cam, he like told me to pull up to it as well. So I get there, and like you said, this is anything but small. It's like a field of 100 guys tossing the ball, chatting it up. But it was really great, and that's where we met for the first time.
Yeah.
The 4th person to get into this, Hannah Hawkins. She is the one of the leasing like directors at LC Germantown, where I live. You know, LC Germantown, it's a great apartment complex here in Nashville. I can't thank them enough for the community that they have given me when I really didn't know anybody here yet.
Sure.
So I still have yet to leave them a review, but you
Very
guys
well.
can consider this the review, all right? But anyways, Hannah, she's just really true to it, a good person, and she's like, Dante, let's get breakfast. So we went to Frothy Monkey, and Frothy Monkey, we get there, they tell us it's like 5-10 minute wait at the Cubbies. I pull up, you're right there. Crazy, like literally God just aligned that moment.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh dude, what's up, Blaine, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere you just rip out this speech on genius.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like looking at Hannah, like looking at you, looking at her, like what is going on? Like, I'm gonna say this is not to act like I'm just like, ooh, like I just can't be impressed, but I'm rarely like really moved, like just moved like that.
Sure.
And the way that you just like rolled into that conversation and blew my mind on this speech that you were preparing for in Indiana. It was a TED Talk for what is genius. It blew my mind. And I was like, I need him on the podcast.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Dude, appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's so funny. It was like, obviously I was in the middle of preparing for what that TED Talk would be. And honestly, it was very infancy as far as what it was going to be. But yeah, dude, I think coming back, it's done now. I think it was spoken in the way God intended, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, wild situation of events to get us here.
I know. It's so cool. That's the coolest thing about life is like when you see it, you're just like, this helps me at least surrender.
Sure.
Because you realize, hey, I really just have to keep showing up, and boom, God keeps putting the people, places, things in front of you for these beautiful moments to come to fruition.
Yeah.
So we're going to obviously talk about that speech and how you got to that level of understanding, but we can't just glaze past that introduction. So tell me, I mean, come on, you're a visionary entrepreneur, you're an author. I actually didn't even know that you had a book called Your Platform Is Not Your Purpose. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So like, whoa, that's insane.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thing you. Yeah.
A director, a speaker. You worked with Adidas, Google, Delta, Land Rover, and those artists, Chainsmoker, Marshmello, Brandon Lake, Justin Bieber. I'm always curious about people and how they got to where they are. What has that road looked like for you?
Yeah, I can definitely probably take up the full hour. That
as much time as you need.
Yeah, we'll pause. And honestly, the book kind of is that. So Your Platform's Not Your Purpose is kind of my story of discovering purpose and stepping into that, pursuing that with urgency. But Spark Notes on it, grew up on a farm in southern Indiana. All my friends were predominantly farmer Amish oriented.
Wow.
And very different than probably like what you would visually assume.
No, yeah,
right?
Exactly.
and I talk about in the book, and I won't get into it, but I wrote the book. I guess I'll kind of explain. I got sick 2 years ago.
Okay.
We thought I had pancreatic cancer. Ended up going away.
Oh,
don't know how. But the signs were, pretty remarkable. But that was 2 years ago. A year ago, I got sick again. And what happened was, I got hit with this autoimmune disease. We're not quite sure what it is, lupus or Crohn's. We're not really sure. But my ankle swelled up, and it took my ability to walk away for about 3 months. Wow. I still actually am not fully recovered. I can't run.
Really?
But my swelling's gone away, so I'm a little healthier. But I say all that because I give a talk called Your Platform's Not Your Purpose. And the whole concept is, I think we need to just provide clarity around what our purpose is in life. And so often we hear phrases like, oh, let me help you find your purpose, or discover your purpose, or uncover your purpose. And I'm like, no, I think we just need to accept our purpose, and our purpose is to love.
Ooh.
Like, you were created to be a light in this world in a way that is unique to you. The question is, will you do that? Yes. And so we dedicate our whole lives to this question of what is my purpose? And it's the wrong question. What we really need to dedicate our life to is, what is our platform? Like, where can we impact the most people? Is it video? Is it acting? Is it finance? Is it healthcare? Like, I have no uncertainty to the purpose of your life. The thing I don't know is where you will live that out.
Where you fit into that.
don't know your platform.
Right. Okay.
And I know your purpose is now.
Yeah.
It's not yesterday. It will happen tomorrow, but it's now.
Yeah.
Right? So your purpose is now. The platform's the thing you need to discover.
Ooh, whoa. Okay. So that just kind of put the ball in my court.
Yeah.
And it puts the ball in everybody's court where your platform, that is something that, like, you can't speak to it for myself. That's something that I know deep down within. But wherever it is that I feel so inclined and naturally like this is where I belong, bringing love to that. And love is one of the greatest expressions of humanity. You know, they say God is love, ultimately. And I can see how bringing love to, like you said, even places that you might not even think, finance. Imagine if love was brought to finance, where so many people are just trying to get over on people. How can I, like, you know, shortchange this person? How can I, you know, like, make a boatload of money and, like, cut people out? But imagine if people were bringing love to every area of life that they had their platform in. Yep. What would that look like?
Yeah.
You know?
100%. I'll just kind of chime in on that. I think that is it. And the reality is that in today's world, the thing that we have dedicated our time to is currency.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Yeah.
It's how do we get more money?
Money incentive with everything.
Everything, right? And that is the world's economy. We pursue money in every facet that we can get it. And there's a chapter in my book, I think it's chapter 8, but it's called How to Become Rich.
Okay.
And it's clickbait, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But this concept is like, you know, we dedicate our whole lives to getting money and storing up money. But why is it that towards the end of our lives, whatever amount we stored up, the value has changed? It's no longer $1 million at 20 is not $1 million at 80.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But we've dedicated our lives to obtaining that currency. And it's always, and again, it can be beneficial. Like, I understand money has value.
Right.
But what if you flipped your perspective of what currency you should chase? And
what currency is that?
So I think there's two things. There's the world's economy and then there's God's economy.
Oh,
right?
Bars.
And in God's economy, what is the currency that he wants us to gain? And I think in God's economy, his currency is people. And the question is do we live a life pursuing people to the same measure that we pursue money?
Ooh.
And there's a question that I've asked myself for years, but it's the last question in that chapter. I said, if your bank account was measured by the amount of people that you have impacted, how rich would you be? Right?
Wow.
Is it 2 people? Like, over the course of your life?
Yeah.
How many people have in some way been affected because of your existence? That is the bank account that we should desire to grow.
I just want to, like, give that a moment to breathe, because that's not a casual or light statement. That is a lifestyle. That is a way of showing up every day in this world, choosing to live and choosing to have impact on the scale of my currency is no longer in the form of the zeros in this bank account, but it's in the lives that I get to impact.
Yep.
And that is something that you don't need to wait to start doing. You don't need, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You can do that in this very moment with how you show up when you go to the grocery store.
Yep.
Who are you, and what is it that is leading your actions and your decision making? Because in God's economy, you're going to be operating out of love.
Yep.
In the world's economy, that's the saddest thing. It's operated out of a financial incentive for everything, which is why you see people doing things that harm people because they get money out of it. I mean, come on, like the pharmaceutical industry,
sure.
You know, food and drugs, the amount of concessions that they've made at our own expense to get another dollar in their bank account. It's like, what's the point of that? You are searching for these skyrocket profits, but people are like being destroyed in that.
Yep.
And that has created so much turmoil and chaos and pain in this world. And I don't think people understand, if I hurt you, I hurt myself. This is a collective experience. You know, what goes around, it comes around ultimately. And I think that'd be really cool to see people starting to operate from a God's economy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in your book?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how you get rich, you guys. That's how you get rich.
100%. Well, and it's like, you know, kind of going back to you're talking about your purpose, it falls into any facet that you find yourself.
Okay.
It's not a thing that one day you get to. It is now, right?
It's now.
And I think a lot of times people have such a future perspective of purpose, as if it's a goal to one day I will reach. But again, when you shift your perspective to be like, it is today. And so like for me, my lens, like I wake up and I say, you know, I need to get more people in my bank account today.
Ooh.
You know, I'm gonna, if I have the availability, I'm going to go to a coffee shop and work because someone might need to hear my compliment or see my smile or experience my wave, right?
Wow.
Like there's small and large ways to be a light in this world and ultimately grow the bank account of God's economy, right?
Yeah.
But the question is that what you're actually pursuing?
That's really cool to hear for myself right now because I have been actively seeking purpose, like an on purpose life.
Mm-hmm.
And in the small group that I actually attend on Monday, one of the gentlemen, Nick, he got me a book called The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on like day 14 of 40.
Yeah.
But I've been in such a pursuit of living on purpose because I felt really disconnected to my 9-to-5, which is in financial consulting. And I just really enjoy hearing your take on that because this, I'm going to be honest with you, this moment, I feel like I'm living on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm doing my best to facilitate a conversation that is moving for the kingdom of the Lord and bringing love to that conversation. But this is a moment. What do I do, you know, when this has come to an end? How do I continue that on purpose living? And you're telling me it's a decision I get to do every single day and no matter what capacity. Yeah. So I think that it's good to have that accountability.
Sure.
You know, and I'm working on it, man. I love hearing your take on it because I think there's a lot of people who have a misconception about purpose and everybody's like, what's my purpose? Like, how do I get to it? And you're saying you can do it right this second. Yeah. Right this second.
Yeah. And I think there's another chapter that I kind of distinguish the difference between passion and purpose.
Okay.
Because that happens a lot.
Okay.
So you think that inherently the thing you enjoy doing that you're passionate about, it is your purpose.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, your passion is finance. Your purpose is finance.
Yeah.
Right? You're passionate about soccer. Your purpose is soccer. And it's like the thing I try to deconstruct is that the moment you allow your identity and your joy to be grounded in your platform rather than your purpose, you will limit your ability to ever grow beyond it.
Oh, shoot.
So if you're like, hey, I do finance and this is my thing, you will only get to a certain level.
Yeah.
And you will not be able to go beyond that. But the thing that is uncapped is purpose.
Because purpose is love.
You can never love too much.
Purpose is love. And then you are able to like live that purpose out through your platform.
Yes.
Be it finance, be it whatever.
Yes.
But the purpose is love and that's infinite.
Infinite.
Okay.
You know?
There we go.
And like not to like skip too far ahead, but at the end of my book, I'll just kind of spoil it.
Yeah.
There's been moments in my life that I've got to directly see the impact that my decisions have had on other people. And it is encouraging. It's exciting. It's uplifting because you get to see affirmation of a lifetime of decisions.
Wow.
And the day that I dream of experiencing, I'll probably cry even saying it. Yeah. He's like, dude, this topic of what we're talking about, I hope one day I die and I go to heaven.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting with Jesus, how we're sitting today. Yeah. And he goes, hey, like Dante, turn around. And you turn around and you see an ocean of people. Oh my God. Right? As far as your eye could see. And you hear Jesus say, do you see everyone out there in the crowd? They know who I am a little bit more because of the life that you lived.
Oh my goodness.
Like that's it. And if you can dedicate your life to that moment. Wow. To be like, there are people in my daily life that are waiting for me. And you're trying to get as many of them into that moment as possible. Bro, your decisions will change. Yeah. Your priorities will change. And ultimately your life will change. And so that's the moment that I'm pursuing with every breath in my lungs. And, you know, I'm convinced that until there is no breath in your lungs, that your purpose is still needed and someone's waiting for you, you know? And I think there's nothing less effective than a man or woman that thinks there is no purpose for their life. Yeah. What the world desperately needs is for you and I to be who we were created to be.
Precisely.
And to unlock that version of yourself, love has to become the highest priority of your life.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, God's economy.
God's economy.
God's economy.
Every day.
And people literally are, that's hitting on something that I always think about. People are waiting for you to show up because they need you. They don't even know it and you don't know it, but these people are in need of your unique expression of love through whatever platform. But they are waiting for that to give them that, like, oh, that little bit of hope that they didn't even know they were searching for. It is so dark out here in this world. We live in a fallen world. And when they see those lights turn on, it's like, oh, wait, I can continue. Because guess what? The way that you have been constructed, Blaine, it uniquely resonates with a certain mass of people. They see you, they feel you, they get you, they resonate with you. Sure. And they're waiting for Blaine to show up. Yep. When you show up in that love, like you said, there are going to be masses who are like, thank you. Yep. I've been waiting for this. But this is for everybody. Everybody has been created by God with a specific design and intention. And as long as they are not showing up in purpose, as long as they keep suppressing that voice that they hear, that calling that keeps clawing at them, there's people who are missing out. So when I hear that, it makes me feel that much more like fire under my behind to get to it, because every single day there's people who are in need of that. Yep. Oh man.
Can I actually need that? I totally forgot, but the other side of that, now that you say that, reminded me, the side that scares me in that same setting is, again, to be with Jesus and have him say, turn around, and these are all the people that in some way that know me because of you. Yeah. The side that motivates me out of fear, and I know he wouldn't do it, but is this for Jesus to say, hey, look over there. Do you see that group of people? Yeah. Those were the people that I created you to reach. Oh, dang. But because you slapped in, I had to send someone else.
Oh, dang.
Because you went and partied instead of learn a new skill, I had to send someone else. Oh, shit. Because you delayed an idea that I had placed inside of your heart years ago, I had to send someone else. And it's like, dude, I don't know about you, but I don't want God to send someone else to create the impact that he designed me to step into. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so that's the side. It's like, I want to get as many people that I've impacted, but the side that scares me is missing a moment.
Well, that is so real. Yeah. I mean, because I think that's probably an accurate description of God's plan for us. You know, like, that is scary to think about. Yeah. And that's actually one of my biggest fears now that you say that, is like not picking up the phone call on my life, not walking into the purpose that God designed me to walk into, because from the enemy, you were distracted. You know, you lived in fear. Sure. You lived in anxiety. You were worried. You thought you wouldn't be good enough. So you never walked into your calling. And all of those people that were waiting for you missed out. Yep. That is really scary.
Tragic.
Oh man, you said something crazy though, like the people who are partying it away, you know, like drinking it, like just because and if you see it, you know, this world we live in is you really got to know, like, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but of principalities and rulers in high places. So as soon as you step out into this world, we're under attack. Yeah. What do they promote? The things that we see promoted, it is usually debauchery. Like, go party, go drink, go smoke, go, you know, but really it's like pulling you away from your purpose. You know, it's lowering your vibration. And you have to recognize the world that you live in so that you are prepared to do what you need to do. Yep. So.
And we can chat about that, because I think going on that idea, like we lack a clarity with our purpose. And so what I'm trying to build is that, like, hey, your purpose is to love. Okay. Believe that, accept that.
Yeah.
Once you fully believe that you were created to love others, when your yes is firm, your no is also firm, because you look at things that do not allow you to love effectively and you don't pursue them. And so like when we talk about drugs or alcohol or parties, like for me, it's not a question of right and wrong. It's a question of impactful or not. And so it's like, hey, like, yeah, I could drink a beer, but like, will that either limit me or allow me to impact someone?
Wow.
And if it's going to limit me physically, verbally, I don't want a part of it.
Wow.
Because I see the life that aligns with being as effective towards loving people as I possibly can be. And I see the inverse of that.
Wow. Yeah.
And the world will promote the inverse of that.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, like, you know, a lot of times, and I think Erwin actually probably said this. Erwin, I literally regurgitate everything he said. I'm a vessel of him, but he's a vessel of God. But it's like often in life, we think we need direction of where to go or what not to do. We think we need clarity, but what we really need most is just courage.
Ooh.
To do what we know in our heart is right.
Yeah.
And again, we overcomplicate it. Is what you're doing allowing you to love people, or is it hurting people? And hurting people yourself or the future, it doesn't matter. Like, does drinking make you a most effective version of yourself to love?
Speaking for myself, no.
Right? No. Does drugs allow you to effectively love at the highest capacity? No. Yeah. Right? So it's like there's places and things that limit who you were created to be. Do not go in that direction.
Yeah.
You know? Go towards the direction that will make you most effective in loving people. And a lot of the things that you should or should not do will become very, very clear.
So that's like the kind of like your North Star in your own pursuit of purpose.
Love.
Yeah.
What aligns or doesn't align.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess if you want to transition, that kind of goes into genius if we wanted to.
Yeah. So that was fire though. Like that was great. Did not know that you were an author, and kudos to you, because that just takes a lot of time, energy, devotion, commitment, and execution of a vision. I
guess I should say I wrote that because I didn't know if I was going to live.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah. So the talk that we were talking about with purpose.
Yeah.
I give a talk called Your Platform's Not Your Purpose. It's like my main keynote, which is kind of what we just shared.
Yeah, yeah.
And Nick Lubke, I shared that conversation with him when we met 3 or 4 years ago, and it kind of changed the trajectory of his life and career because he stopped making decisions on what I wanted to do, but rather where can I love the most people.
Wow.
And so he started, reading books on TikTok, and that's become an incredible thing. Anyway, we are getting lunch, and he was like, if you die and the message that you shared with me and share with so many others isn't somewhere to be found, that would be such a disservice to the world. And so he's like, you need to write the book. And so I was paralyzed for 3 months. In bed, I wrote 2 chapters. I wrote a chapter every 2 days.
Wow. Okay.
And finished the book in 3.5 months.
3.5 months?
Yeah. But here's the thing. I know it sounds crazy. The things within the book, I have been living for a decade.
Okay. So it was just ready to come out. It was like already bubbling up.
Verbally. I've spoken it for years.
Okay.
It was just now I wrote it.
Put it on paper.
Yeah. And so that's what the book is.
Well, I'm definitely going to get this book.
I wish I had a copy. I literally let someone borrow my car, and I have copies in that car, but anyway.
All right, I'll get it from you on Sunday.
yeah, for sure.
I would love to read this book. And it's cool though. I mean, you got to think God allowed you to be in that predicament where you really didn't know how much longer you may have had in this physical plane.
Yeah.
And that was a catalyst for you to get that book done in that amount of time.
Yeah.
If your health was picture perfect, you might not have had that. You probably wouldn't have had that same level of urgency to get that done.
Yeah.
And that's just why it's so cool to me, because I truly know God works all things out for good.
Sure.
Truly, even things that look inherently bad and disastrous can all be worked out for good. And even without having like a death sentence or a terrible diagnosis, I try to think about this myself. You cannot like gamble the days of your life away. Every day is a blessing. It's a gift. It's not guaranteed. It's not a promise. And things happen every second. So I really started to come to that realization at the ripe age of 30. But, you know, better late than never.
For sure. I mean, 30 is young.
30 is very young. Let's change the notion on 30. Yeah. But I've really come to that conclusion recently. And because of this newfound sense of urgency, I really feel this like need to get it done.
Sure.
Like I'm not going to keep talking about, I want to podcast. I want to write this book. I want to do this. It's like, you need to do it. You have life this moment. Do not take that for granted. Go out and do everything that you feel coming up. Go and do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's no better time, truly no better time than now.
Yeah. I just to kind of like echo that, and we can switch because I know time's limited, but you know, I even get emotional thinking about it because, not in a like bragging way, but
no, dude,
this
is your story. The
book has impacted. I mean, we've sold several thousand copies. It's been out for six months, I think now.
Yeah.
I wrote it anonymously, so people don't necessarily know unless you know. But I'll say the thing that chokes me up: there are people in Japan and London and South Africa that are like leaving messages and reviews about how like this book has changed their life.
What?
And it's like, I'm like, man, dude, like,
come on.
The faces that I'll never see is exciting. You know, it's like, man, I don't know that person yet.
Yeah.
But again, through some form of my life, they've got to get a glimpse of who Jesus is.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that's exciting. And so as far as like delaying or postponing the need that is now, it's like, man, dude, like if I would have wrote this book a year ago, it's like, would I have missed them? You know, like I'm not to say they're contemplating suicide, but I have had 3 of my friends reach out that read the book, and it delayed that.
Wow.
I would say, I don't want to say delayed. I want to say,
well, yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. They changed their mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, dude, if I would have waited to post this book, publish it, would things be different? And again, I say that for motivation to be like, there is someone's life on the line waiting for you. And it might be your podcast, and it might be your book, and it might be your talk. But it's like, man, do not delay for good to be into this world. Because there's people that do not delay to flood this world with evil.
Oh my gosh. You know? Every second they're ready to go.
Yeah. They're not thinking about it. They're not like, oh, well, when I'm ready, I'll do this bad thing.
And we need to perfectly craft this evil. No, they are just out here reckless, don't even care.
I think we should be reckless with good.
We should be like, no, seriously, like a wrecking ball. Like just like come out, like people are so like, it needs to be polished and perfect. And I need it to be, just let it out and do what it does. You can always come back and fine tune. And, you know, life is the greatest teacher. Yeah. It's not about getting it perfect, but it's about like your intention and your heart behind it.
Last thing, but then we can totally switch and could talk about genius.
Let's go.
But I literally, the people closest to me, a couple of them, the week of launching the book told me not to do it because they said it wasn't perfect. And they were right. There were 3 misspelled words and it wasn't perfect. But I just wonder if a misspelled word would be the barrier to allowing someone to know who Jesus is. Probably not.
No.
And so it's like, man, yeah. And like we updated the book. And their life is still got a glimpse of who Jesus is. And that's what it's about.
Oh man. Thank you for just sharing your testimony. It means so much.
Yeah.
It really means so much. And I wasn't even expecting this in our conversation.
We really haven't gotten into the questions.
And it's good though, because you know, I seek for just organic and natural conversation, and I love to see where things naturally go and how they naturally evolve. Because regardless of the Genius TED Talk or your book, your platform is not your purpose. We are still seeking truth. And truth is being revealed in this moment. I just want to highlight that it is not about perfection. So like, let us all do ourselves this favor in this moment to get off of that tightrope, because outside of Jesus, Jesus died for our sins. Jesus died for us because they knew we would not walk a perfect walk. You know, that is what grace and mercy is for. You know, put your best effort out there and leave it at that. You know, just, I'm speaking to myself because I know how I've been a perfectionist for a long amount, most of my life. And perfectionism for me has been rooted in actually feelings of insecurity
Sure.
and inferiority and not feeling good enough. So I always want to present perfect, but that's a defense mechanism.
Sure.
And I think if we really get to the root of perfectionism, that's also from the enemy. It's like, yeah, don't be seen. Don't allow yourself to be perceived if it's not perfect. And then we're not perfect, so you're never going to do anything. Yeah. Get off of that tightrope, free yourself, know that you have an abundance of grace and mercy from your Almighty Father, and do the good work. Yeah. And it's going to work out. Yeah. So.
And I'll end it with a line: the goal is not perfection, the goal is love.
Come on.
And so.
Come on.
Pursue love.
Love.
And
perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, like, well, and like, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, just I think when you pursue love, the things that you worldly desire will sometimes typically follow you. And so that's why the subline of my book is called Dedicate Your Life to Being Good, and Greatness Will Chase You.
Ooh, yeah.
Because we want whatever, financial money or things and all these things. And I'm like, it's just been my experience, and then we can stop about it. Mm-hmm. But I've been pursuing this lifestyle of only love since I was 13. Mm-hmm. And I've never desired money. I've never desired worldly success or working with people of the caliber that we've read earlier. But I've only, focused on loving people. Yeah. And it's like, man, no matter who you are, the impact is the same for me. Mm-hmm. You know? And like, this is a weird analogy, but I'll say it. I don't think I've ever said it verbally anywhere, but I have this like ant analogy, like insects, ants. Yeah. And, you know, we aren't today as humans talking about what the ants are doing in the dirt. Right. We're not concerned with what dirt car the ant's driving. We're not concerned with what time the Kanye West ant performs, right? like we're not, we as humans are not discussing the intricacies of an ant's life.
We're not.
We don't care. No. Right? And I think it's really hard for us as humans to understand like the complexity of God. Mm-hmm. And so the ant analogy is kind of my way of putting God into the perspective of humanity. Oh. To be like, humans are the most complex, dynamic thing that we've ever encountered. Nothing is more complex than us. Yeah. And so for us to fathom something more complex is actually, I don't want to say impossible, but extremely hard for us to fathom. Right? It is. But it's easy for us to compare humans to ants. Yeah. Right? And so I kind of say God to ants is us to God to us humans is like us to ants. Right? And I say all that because the best ant, the most wealthy ant.
Right. The most poppin' ant out there.
Is still an ant.
Wow.
You know?
Still an ant.
Just an ant. Right. And so like, not to belittle humanity, because I think we're incredible, but I'm like, the best human, the most wealthy human, is just a human. It's just a human. You know? It's like, and again, I don't say just a human because I know we're incredible, but I try to like limit like
how
this.
We put things on pedestals.
Yeah. Like how great it really is.
A human, and we're all human. Yeah. There is no better, or we're all in the same playing.
Truly equal.
Yes, right? I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to say.
You heard it here on the New Standard podcast.
Yeah. I don't know if that connected, but I've never said that verbally. But that's kind of my perception, you know. So anyway,
you have a beautiful brain, brother. Man. So let us get into it though. So I wanted to know what inspired your genius speech, and since that speech, since you came up with that idea and delivered that, how has it impacted the way that you show up and interface with the world?
Yeah. So I guess, again, give credit to Erwin McManus. His book called The Genius of Jesus is what really set the framework for this. The TED Talk that I gave last month, the theme for it was icons, mavericks, and geniuses. I didn't love the word icon because I thought that's kind of like worldly. Iconic. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good. Maverick is a cool word, but I just didn't really feel led to speak on it. Genius is kind of what I felt a tug in my heart to communicate about. And, you know, given my past experiences with reading The Genius of Jesus, it helped give this framework of like maybe an avenue I could go down. And so anyway, I titled the talk, The Genius of You. And the idea for it was trying to get back to the origin of the word genius.
Right.
And so in modern days, our understanding of genius is typically found in excellence or creative genius. Like there's just a high level of something.
Right.
You name it. Art, education, intellect, like a high level.
Right.
That's how we perceive genius. And so if I were to ask you, you know, who is the first one that comes to mind when you hear the word genius, you would probably say Einstein, right? Or Picasso or Beethoven, right?
Yeah.
Who are some?
Amy Winehouse, she's a genius of jazz.
Yeah. I mean, again, pick your
yeah.
individual.
But Albert Einstein, for sure. That's like, he's a genius.
Totally.
Ever since you were a kid, yeah.
And there's so many others that come to my mind,
Picasso.
you know? Totally. And I was like, you know, that's great. But if you go back to the origin of genius, it did not mean that at all. So the original definition of genius is that there's a divine within you that guides your path. That was what genius was created to represent. Not that one day you'll do something incredible, not that you'll do something that's never been done before, but that there is a divine within you from birth, the moment you were created, a divine within you that is trying to guide your path.
A divine essence within you?
Yeah, spirit, essence.
A divine essence within you that guides your path.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what genius originally was created to represent.
Okay.
But if you go throughout the course of human history, that changed. And typically around like the Renaissance Enlightenment period, genius was no longer something that was within you. It was something that one day you would reach.
Oh, okay.
Something that one day you would display or experience, but not something that you are.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of the geniuses that we identify today, Einstein, Picasso, Beethoven, Plato, like not to say that there was that time period, but a lot of the geniuses we identify, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, came during that time period, right?
During the Renaissance period.
Enlightenment, Renaissance. Yeah. Creative and, you know, revolution pretty much. And I found this chart. It was like the use of the word genius in literature over the last several hundred years. Yeah. And it was like in the 15 to 1600s, it was rarely used. But in the 17 to 1800s, there was an explosion of the word genius.
Oh, wow.
And then follow that into modern time, 1900s to today, it goes back to zero, nearly. And the question that I posed is, do you really think that there were more geniuses then than there are now?
I would say no.
Yeah.
Humans have been humans since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But
of course not.
Yeah.
But we believe it. And so we've experienced it.
Because we believe that to be true.
We believe there's less genius. We believe that genius is not in all of us. We believe that genius is found in a high level of humanity.
Yeah.
So
a select few.
Select few. We think that genius is designated for a few of us, but not created within all of us.
But it's in all of us already. It's the divine essence within you. It's already there waiting to be expressed.
Yeah. The question is, will you?
Now, Blaine, how do we activate this genius?
Yeah. How are we doing on time? We got 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes.
Going back onto I think we just need to understand that like you were created, there's a divine within you that is trying to guide your path. Right.
Okay.
And I told a story during my TED Talk. I may not share it here.
That's all right.
Just for the time's sake.
Yeah.
But it basically goes on this idea of being more than who you were yesterday.
Okay.
And if you, through the posture of love, say, I'm going to be more patient than I was yesterday, more understanding than I was yesterday, more kind than I was yesterday. If you did that, starting that today, tomorrow you would be changed.
You would.
If you did that for a month, you would be impactful. If you did that for a year, unrecognizable.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Ooh.
That is what a life grounded in love will create. Mm-hmm. The question is, will you decide? And so you going on purpose.
Yeah.
And on TED Talk, you can't really talk about God. So I was kind of finding a way to like not talk about God, but kind of talk about God.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't take it down. But it's like, you have to believe that you are a genius, that there is something within you, like we've talked about through this podcast, that someone needs to hear, that someone needs to see, that someone needs to experience. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be new, and it doesn't have to be incredible. You just have to decide, will I live a life that reflects the genius that is me? And so to kind of just keep going on that, we talked about genius, we've explained genius, but like, you have to make the decision to believe that there is something within you that the world needs, right? And the day that you do, your genius will be put on full display. Dang. Right? But the problem is we don't believe it. You're right. We don't believe it. And I guess I'll kind of go back on it. This is going back to Erwin. When we think of genius, and this is our conversation that we had at the coffee shop, often the reason we don't think we are genius is because we do not see an extraordinary facet of our life that is in contrast to the majority of humanity. Like, we do not excel dramatically in whatever that facet is. We just think we're normal. Right. Regular. Going on the modern understanding of genius. And in the book, The Genius of Jesus, that Erwin wrote, he talks about, if you were to search a list of geniuses, who you would find are the names that we've spoken. Yeah. Right? But you know one name you'll never find? Who? It's Jesus. Right? Like, Jesus will never be on any list of genius. And he talks about in the book, it's like, well, why is that? And the reality is that there are people that believe in God and don't believe in God. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't believe in God, you don't want to say that Jesus is a genius, because you're almost indirectly admitting that he's God. Precisely. And if you believe Jesus is God, you don't want to say he's a genius, because you think he's more than a divine within us. You think he is the divine. Yeah. So we're like, believers don't say that Jesus is a genius. So what we're left with is all of humanity discounting the most impactful human to ever live. Dang. Right? And going like a little step further in that, and again, this is in his book, The Genius of Jesus. When we think of Einstein, his genius is math. Right. And we think of Picasso, his genius is art. Right. And Beethoven's genius is music. Yeah. But what is Jesus' genius? Love. Oh. Right? Love. And there's a line that he wrote that is just so beautiful, but he said, Jesus' genius is love, but Jesus' genius is showing us how to be human. Dang. Right? Like, Jesus for sure came to do the things that prophecy required, but what Jesus was really doing was showing us how to be human. And that line sparked a concept in my mind that really struck a chord. Was, and I'll kind of preface it, if Jesus' genius, purpose of coming to earth, was to show us an example of a life devoted to love, what that would look like, then it changes our perspective of humanity. And, you know, so often we've heard phrases when we're late to anything, an event. What's a typical response if I'm late? Oh, sorry, I'm only human. True. If I miss a mark that someone set for me, oh, it's okay, he's only human. And so for so often throughout the course of our lives, we use being human as an excuse. To set the bar low. An excuse that we weren't created for more. Wow. But being human is not an excuse. Being human is our potential. Dang. And the question is do we live a life as that in that lens? Yeah. Right? Like, do we think that being fully human, fully alive is one of the most remarkable things that we could do? Ooh. Yeah. Sorry. I'm taking that all in, and I'm just like, that really changes my perspective of this experience, which is crazy because it's been developed over the course of a lifetime. Yep. But never really in that lens, you know, and
I'm just hearing all of that. And what I love about kind of everything that we've talked about today is there's an incredible amount of accountability where it starts right here. Genius, it is the divine essence within you guiding you. So there's a choice to let it guide you. There's a choice to live in love. There's a choice to let your unique genius, whatever that is, whatever platform it comes out on, to be expressed, because there is only one you. There's only one expression of you on this planet that will ever exist. So that in itself is a genius because you can't be replicated. Yep. I did a little bit of research on I like to look at words and just dissect the word.
The etymology.
I do. My brother's big on that. So he's kind of got me into that. But like when I hear the word genius, I hear genes and then yes. So genes, we know we have genetics, we have genes. This is what's created us from our parents. We get 50% from father, 50% from our mother. So you have your genes, but then yes, when I looked into the definition of IUS, it is a Latin term which translate to law or right. This encompasses the entire body of principles, rules, and statutes that define the public and private rights, duties, and obligations of individuals in a community. So what I hear is this is your genes. It is your obligatory, it is your duty to have your genes be expressed, which is what I'm hearing, the divine essence within you, guiding you. It's you, your genes. It is your obligation to let your genetic makeup be expressed, your unique interpretation, your unique footprint to live in this world. It's your obligation. Does that resonate with you?
100%. I say, like, just to kind of say that in a different language, and this is just a visual or interpretation.
Yeah.
I say that there's a number that was appointed above your head that symbolizes the amount of people that you were supposed to reach. You.
Yeah.
Not us, not her, but you.
Yeah.
Right? And it could be 4 or it could be 40 million. Right? And the question is, are you living a life that's searching for those people? Right? And so as far as I say, there's an obligation for you to live the life that you were created to live. It's because someone needs to experience you. Yeah. They need to experience the song within you, the art within you, the laws within you, like whatever is within you, grounded in love. God created you to be a vessel of that, to then express that. You know, there's that phrase, some of my friends have a podcast called Created to Create. It's that idea. You know, it's like you were created to create, do it. You know? But yeah, I totally love that. Like, this is who you are and you have an obligation to be who you are. And I guess I can kind of sum it up and saying this. The moment that you allow this idea to become who you are and the life that you want to pursue, I kind of say I use the definition again, but the divine within you that's trying to guide your path, his name is love. And the question that it is asking you is, will you follow me? Right? Yes. And when you do, when love becomes the focus of your life, impact will become your mission. And when impact becomes the mission, genius will be your outcome.
Wow. If you guys heard that, I hope that lit something under you, because this just goes to show the world is waiting for you to activate your genius. It is right there. It is within you, and you just have to let it out. You just have to let it live.
Decide.
It's already, and this is a choice you can make today to activate your unique genius. Wow.
I'll say this practically. I know we got a couple minutes. Go love someone.
Yeah, that's simple.
Yeah, you heard this. I don't know if you're in your car. I don't know if you're at home, at a coffee shop. Go compliment the barista. Go wave at the person in the car next to you.
Right now.
The people in the hallway, say hello to them.
Yeah.
Like, small moments of doing good will create large moments of impact.
And it's in the details. It's 100%. Never, if people always are waiting for this big grandiose moment, it's not about that. Yeah. It's about the little moments. It's really in the details where, like, the beauty is created. And then you do have that grand moment. But yeah, a culmination of those small, beautiful moments that paints that paints the picture. So man, let's do that. I just have to thank you, Blaine, for your transparency, for your authenticity, for your take on genius, and the inspiration that you have given me. You know, I'm just so grateful, and I do not take it for granted. And you know, Blaine, before we wrap this up, I just want to do a little fire off of some questions for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is the New Standard podcast.
Yep.
Where would you like to see a new standard exemplified in this modern world?
I think I'm gonna double down on love. I want love to become the highest priority of everyone.
Yes.
Because a couple years back, I was asked a question similar of what's the greatest problem the world faces.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out. You know, there's so many ideas that plague it, but I inverted it and asked what could be the greatest solution.
Ooh.
Like what could be something that if it happened tomorrow would change the world forever. Yeah. And if everyone woke up tomorrow and set a new standard that loving people was the greatest thing they could do in their life, the world would change forever. And the problems that we see are actually side effects of the root, which is a lack of love.
Wow. I'm sorry. Yeah. You just won, bro. Like that's the answer. I think we always look for these dissertations and essays, and it really is simple. It really is not that complex. It's love. That is the answer. Love conquers all. Love is the winning force. Thank you for that. And last but not least, the New Standard podcast has been rebooted in the good old city of Nashville, Tennessee.
Let's go.
Honky Tonk got these boots on right now just to rep good old Nashville. But I'm a coffee junkie. Yeah. If you cannot tell, you know, got you that little cold brew.
Yeah.
Love a good cafe. What's your favorite top 3 cafes in Nashville?
So terrible to admit, but I am so cheap. I'm so cheap.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so cheap. So like, because I drink like 10 cups of coffee a day.
Oh, dude.
So it's bad.
Yeah,
so,
you broke.
So little tip.
Uh-huh.
If you bring your own cup, they might cancel this because if you bring your own cup to White Bison, it's $1 refill for black coffee. So that's got to be on my top.
Okay,
you know?
White Bison.
Yeah,
okay.
just $1 black cup of coffee in Nashville. They're gonna kill me for saying that. I do that. Then Red Bicycle in Germantown.
I heard about them.
Super cool. I'm not really coffee. I'm more atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I do black coffee and atmosphere. So Red Bicycle in Germantown.
Okay.
White Bison 12 South, and then my third. What would be my third? I don't want to say like the big ones because
it's just like
like honestly I don't want to say it. I don't want to show them, but like I say Steadfast too.
Oh, Steadfast.
Steadfast is cool in Germantown as well. It's a cool little outdoor setting.
Okay.
That's actually probably better of the coffees.
Just strictly off of the coffee.
And the vibe outside's cool.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
So if you want $1 cup of coffee, White Bison. If you want a nice little Germantown vibe, Red Bicycle. Best coffee, probably Steadfast.
All right, you guys, you heard it here. Steadfast got the good coffee and the vibes.
Good vibes.
White Bison got the refills, and Red Bicycle is just all around good.
Good vibe.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you, brother, and thanks for coming on.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you, bro.